Hi there and welcome to chapter 32. So Simon and Stefan are at Frau Kaiser, the old lady, and they're having a can of coffee, a pot of coffee. Was für eine Freude, dass ihr da seid. We had the word freuen, and you know, everybody knows Freud was a very happy person. So Freude is kind of a happiness. Of course, it's written different. Happiness or joy. So Freud was a very joyful being, right? So was für ein is an interesting construction that you need to learn as it is. I have a lesson on this, I think, somewhere in either this course or A2. So don't worry about it, but it's also not too difficult. So it's basically what a joy. Yeah, so and this one depends on what is here. Was für, could be anything. Was für einen Mann hast du? What kind of husband do you have? Whatever that means. Yeah, so this can change. But was für ein is always the same. And we would in German say what for a joy. Yeah, and that's a bit weird. So don't forget it. Was eine Freude. It's a bit poetic. That, well, unfortunately, this is not her. Ihr is now referring to two people, Simone and Stefan. You two, there. And seid, careful, seid and seid sound the same. Seid, no difference. The D at the end is always hardened. So seid is easy to remember because it ends in T, which is the first letter of the word time. So seit is always since and therefore has to do with time. While seit is, comes from sind, which has the D here. Yeah, and you are, and it's basically you two, you three, you more than one person are. This is a good way to remember it. So very nice to that you two there be. Now, da, I say it's there, but actually, ich bin da means I am there, but in the sense of I am here. And I think in English you can do the same. I'm there, which basically means I'm here. But so it is a little bit weird, but hey, there's a word, there's a here and there, so close enough. Ich dachte, ihr seid heute früh, seid abgereist und habt den Computer vergessen. So, 3 sentences. Ich dachte, I thought. Yeah. And the closest to this is indeed this. You have the CH, which is the GH, and then somehow that's the only thing I can find that is similar. Yeah, dachte, I thought. It comes from think, denk, and here we have more similarity. So I thought, again, you two, and you, because you see the seid here, are seid abgereist is the past form, and it contains reisen, which sounds, well, looks the same as Reis, which is the rice, and in order to see rice fields, you need to travel. And up means off, so to travel off basically means to leave from a kind of vacation place or for a longer time, if not for good. Yeah? Abreisen means to simply start the journey home. Hoy, yeah? If you don't know Spanish, learn it now. Early, from Frühstück, early peace. Und habt vergessen. Vergessen, we just had a lesson ago. To remember, getan, so forget, vergessen, and have the computer forgotten. Simone wundert sich. Well, wunder, same in English, wonder. So she's wondering, and it's a reflexive verb. She's wondering herself. And there's really nothing you can do to... You cannot see this, learn a rule or anything. You have to know that wundern is using a form of sich, is reflexive. Warum sollten wir denn plötzlich abreisen? should not be too difficult. Warum, why. And we have a song at Smarter German on YouTube. I'm not sure, I think it's the Weil song. Yeah, Weil song. Look it up. And there is a line in there. Warum ist die Banane krumm? Yeah. Why is the banana krumm? Crooked. So why should, looks like the past, but it's not. We then, as emphasis, suddenly the plot changed. So suddenly, and the lich also is often related to Lee, leave. So why would we leave suddenly? Frau Kaiser antwortet. She gives a word. Here's another, before we go there, I have a nice note. Abreisen, in order to leave, begin the journey back, you need to rise early. Maybe that is another nice way to remember it. So she gives the word back, which means she responds. Sorry for the thingy, something I press causes that. Wissen Sie, wisdom you, which means no. You, sir or lady, and she might even talk to Simone and Stefan. Sie could be a single sie or more than one. In my, yeah, looks like mine, if you want, in mine. And we talked about this. This is not older, in mine age, in my age. Sleep. Man, which means one, not anymore, so, and feel, you know, Germans feel a lot, not more so a lot. So in my age, one doesn't sleep so much anymore. Complete jumble, and again, I can only repeat myself, you will pick this up and it will feel natural. It's like if you wear these goggles that turn everything upside down, after a couple of minutes your brain actually turns it into normal vision and you will be able to navigate that. Or it might not turn it, but you get used to it. Yeah. Ich bin schon seit 5 Uhr wach. The only thing I see here is actually wach sein, a kind of compound verb, but written separately, wake, be, and of course it's be awake. So I am already since 5 awake. 5 Uhr, remember Uhr, hour, and you see the Uhr in there if you jumble it and remove the O. So I'm already awake since 5 o'clock. Sorry, it's related to hour, but it is actually o'clock. And if you go to Stunde, that's the hour. You actually count 1 Stunde, 2 Stunden, 3 Stunden. I've been learning German for 3 hours today, 3 Stunden. I was stunned 4 hours. Yeah? So keep that in mind. It looks like hour, but unfortunately it is not. It is the o'clock. It's a false friend. Ich habe gesehen, seen, yeah, you can see, wie, how, a, automobile, which is a car, pre, or, yeah, let's take pre in front, well, vorbei, it's, vorbei actually is often translated as over. For example, if you say to your boyfriend, es ist vorbei, that doesn't mean something, well, it literally means something has passed by your relationship, which means it's over. But if you drive over, it's not that you drive over something and hit it. It's basically, it has been driven, the driving is over, it's finished. Yeah, so vorbeifahren, simply drive by, which the by gives away. That's a better way maybe. So how a car has driven by, so I've seen how a car has driven by at 5 in the morning. And die Straße endet bei Herrn Fischers Haus. Also dachte ich, ihr seid es gewesen. The street ends by, and of course that's at, Herrn Fischers Haus. So thought I, and you see verb is on the second position. You too, and you see ihr seid comes quite a few times now. Were it been, have been it. Yeah. Oder aber es war Herr Fischer. Or, oder aber, well, or but, it was Mr. Fischer. So I'm not sure how you would, or I wouldn't translate the but, I would simply take it as emphasis. So maybe don't translate the but here for a change. Let's see what the dictionary says. Or else it was, or maybe, yeah. Yeah, so see it as an emphasis, or it was Mr. Fischer. It's a longer sentence. Simone lächelt freundlich, aber sie wirft Stefan einen vielsagenden Blick zu. So, you remember lachen, which is to laugh, and you see hopefully how it's related. Lächeln, if you prolong it, you need to add an umlaut often. So it's the small brother of laughing, and that means smile. Yeah, so you add an LE to lachen, or an EL, then you get the smile. Friendly, but she, and werfen, well, the only thing I can tell you, if you throw something, do it with werf. Yeah, so throw with werf, and then you have the German werfen, which is to throw. So she throws Stefan einen Blick zu. So zu belongs here, and it simply means towards something. So towards Stefan, she's throwing a Blick, and the Blick is a glance. She's basically looking at him. Yeah? And the Blick is defined. So you have sagen here, which is to say, and a lot saying glance. So honestly, I have no idea. A meaningful was the translation. Yeah, so something that is meaningful is saying a lot. Da ist der Fischer nach dieser turbulenten Nacht doch einfach abgehauen. It's one sentence. Ist abgehauen, and I can see with the GE and the ist, this is the past. So let's take a look at what he did. Hauen is the same as to you. And if you off all your connections, you're basically escape. Abhauen means I escape, I run away. Yeah? Von zu Hause, abhauen means to run away from home. And that means you off any connection. So there is Mr. Fischer after this turbulent night. Doch, emphasis, don't translate. Einfach, one-fold, simply. And of course this is the past, so escaped. So the bastard simply escaped after this turbulent night. Wir sind es nicht gewesen, so viel ist sicher. We could also have put a full stop here if you ask me, but it's fine. So, sind gewesen is the past of this, Wesen, to be. So, we have it not been. So, it wasn't us. Yeah, we have not been it. So much is secure. Remember sicher, secure. And of course the short form of secure is sure. So much is sure. That was chapter 32. See you in chapter 33.